Importance. What does that mean? Are you important? Do you think I'm important? Do you think anybody that's ever lived is important? Do you think Tesla, Einstein? Do you feel like these people were important or anybody was ever important? Or do you feel like that you are necessary? You're very important to the structure of this world. And when you die, there'll be a massive void. I don't know. I I came to the finally I came to this conclusion that no one is important really. They live, they die, and life goes on. Life goes on without them, and it's kind of the way the world goes. But to believe that you're important, well, I'm important to this person, maybe. Maybe that person will be sad for 20 years. I don't want anybody to be sad. I want them to be glad if I do pass away. I want them to be glad I that they're happy that I died, that I graduated, and I moved on. I don't care about my birthday, but I don't know. But when you go to surrender yourself to God or Jesus or your higher self or Gaia, and you think you're important, it's a big deal. Well, maybe you're only giving about 50% of yourself because you're way too important. But I don't believe, I really believe this is true, that no person, homeless and billionaire, but there is no person alive now and that's ever lived that is more important than you or less important. We're collectively important, but there's nobody that's more important than you. No one. Now, if you're talking about Tesla discovered electricity or something, well, we use that. Of course, he wanted it free, but and he believed that it was going to be for everybody, and he just thought, hey, I mean, he knew it was coming from God, and he was just sharing it. He was a great expression of God, but it wasn't. This world isn't really made to be fixed. Uh, no one is going to save the simulation. Who cares? I mean, I believe that we are the most. I believe that this whole simulation is set up for human beings, and that we are the most important in that way collectively, but not one over the other. You know what I mean? So, all of nature, for example, was put here for us to enjoy. And they know it. They know they're here for us. They're much more conscious than we are. We're still in a stupor. But so everything here was set up for us. We are the ones with all the energy. We're the ones from that chose love, and we are the ones that have infinite source of energy. So it doesn't matter if somebody takes our energy; we'll just fill it right back up. And we love to give it to them. We love to give everybody the energy. But the way that it's being hacked is energy that we don't want. So there are a group of people or beings or whatever that are here to snatch our energy. They created a government to snatch our energy. They created money to snatch our energy. The school system, the healthcare, literally everywhere you turn, Well, we were crying out for, we need a scaffolding. We need somebody to tell us where to go in this world. We're blind. Well, that's okay for a while, but soon you realize that anything in your mirror that's guiding you, you're going to have problems. If a person, place, or thing has your energy, you gotta prune that hedge. And it's gonna hurt, man. But there's nobody in your mirror here that is you should give your power away to. Your personal power should only go to God, the source of all power. And when you give it to God, He teaches you who He is. He works with you intimately way. And He has never ever could He control you to love Him? Yeah. He built all those people that are are used are trying to control us now. But God is love. He would never do that. He would always get consent from you because He's your Father. Could you see I mean, just like a really good father, he looks at you in his eyes and it's just love. And all he's constantly, he's always there in every move. And he's just waiting, waiting for you to invite him in, waiting for you. He'll wait forever because he's got forever. So, but he loves you so much that it's hard to think about that because you can't get to it in the brain. It has to be in your heart to really understand that God is love, man. So I think I think when you are tempted to believe that you're more important than somebody else, I think this is where you get into problems. This is where you get into these high level 11th strand up to 11th strand Metatron reversal. And a Metatron reversal is a group of, they used to be on our side. They used to clean up a lot of the infection, and I think they just got frustrated because we weren't hearing, and they had a disdain for us, and they said, "Fuck them! I'm just gonna go in this Fibonacci trail." Fibonacci is a route that if you follow them, it's always two forward, one leaving behind. It's always leaving one behind, one behind, one behind, and you'll be dropped off so separate from God that I don't know what'll happen. But it's a high level. It's like you're almost to the finish line, like Sadhguru. Nobody even knows this, but Sadhguru got tricked into the Metatron reversal too. He got tricked. It was a high level thing. You get these really spiritual people, and he was very spiritual. I mean, he said a lot of things that lit me up like a Christmas tree. He said, "Go get lost in the woods for 3 days, and you won't have any thoughts." And sure enough, I did, and that's exactly what happens. Forest for rest, and so. But now he's talking about, oh, too many people in the world. So you want to release the, you want to eliminate the carbon footprint? Let's start getting rid of some footprints. What? Are you a eugenist guru now, or and when did you start believing that climate change needed to be fixed by human beings when their nature is perfect and is superior? You know, I saw Ford Motor Company after, I don't know if it's Ford or GM, all these plants closed and nature just took over, and people are in there taking pictures because it's so beautiful. They go into, what was that other place that, Chernobyl, beautiful place. They said no plant life would ever grow and no animals, and it's like a zoo now. It's a beautiful place. And so you just listen to your mirror and you're going to get the results you think. But you look inside yourself, you're going to have 100% of the answers because you are whole. You are 100% whole. Your higher self is 100% love. So take your choice. Anything. So I'm going to back off from the. I lost my phone for the second time in a couple of weeks. And the first time I got to think about, "Oh, I don't even know if I want to get one." And then as soon as I made a decision I was going to buy a new phone, it came back. Somebody returned it to me. They found it and gave it back to me. But this time, I think I lost it because I am fragmented by being on social media too much. And why do I have a phone? Did I need one in the 1970s or 80s? No. Why do I have a phone? I mean, I see my roommate. He makes that ding on a message, and no matter what he's doing, he could be taking a shit or in important conversation. Oh, and it was just like, this thing is calling me. Gotta. Sorry, message, message. I'm an important guy. So, uh, but anyway, when you give up on the idea that you're important and that you're not important, and if anybody is kind to you, you start getting this thing like, well, if somebody's kind to me, I am thankful because nobody came to this earth to do something nice for me. Nobody did that, and so I thank them. And like in Thailand, whenever they greet, they go, si siwa siwati siwati, which is hello, and they siwati, and they honor each other. The importance, I love that. So when you give yourself your power to your whatever, your higher power or whatever it is for you, you really can give yourself because when you're not important, you're a vessel. I mean, you can really give everything, you know. But when you're important, I gotta hold this back. See, there are no holdbacks. The only holdback is you see yourself as more important than you are. You're gonna probably die like everybody else, and people are gonna forget about you, and they're gonna move on. I mean, Tom Petty makes some nice music, but you know, they might think of him down the road, but it doesn't matter. People are here for a journey for the same, well, not the same journey as you, but they came to this very, very low density, and that is a big deal. All of us were God level, and we squeezed ourselves down into this low level thing. So when you give yourself, you can really give yourself once you see that you're not important.